Hi, my name is Paul Friedman. I'm the founder of the Marriage Foundation. Thank you for joining me. Hopefully you're a subscriber. If not, you may choose to want to be, because our approach to marriage at the Marriage Foundation is so different. It's not bogged down in Western therapies. We don't label people. We don't find fault. What we do is we focus on, like in your case, we focus on bringing your marriage to a place where it was meant to be from the beginning. It's meant to be filled with love and happiness. And here you're going, what to do if I'm not in love with my husband anymore? And this is, first of all, it's probably not true. And what actually occurs is this. What actually occurs, you see, we live on different levels because we're souls, not religion. We're souls, and we have a body, and we have a mind. And when we come into existence in the world, because our body is comprised of trillions of cells, which get together, and there's an intelligence there, and their entire purpose of an organic living thing, you know this from biology class, is survival, right? You've learned about fight or flight, you've learned about survival, and you know that's the whole thing about the body. But it's not the whole thing about you, because you're not the body, you're a soul, keep that in mind. And then you have a mind. Now, you're not the mind either. You have one. And this is something you could prove to yourself just by telling your mind what to do. In fact, in our courses, both for men and women, we start there. I used to be a divorce mediator, and I learned how to help people with their marriages take it from dying on the way to divorce to what it's supposed to be. It's mostly about education, but there's also a way to speed up the process by doing certain things. And one of the main certain things is learning how to master your mind, because the mind gets in the way. Now, psychologists today go, honor your emotions, because they don't understand that you're a soul. They avoid all that stuff. They don't want to be seen as God-oriented, talking about God or religion. I don't care. I'm not talking about God. I'm talking about you. What you are is you're a soul. You have a body. You have a mind. Now, this body is pinging the mind constantly. Watch out, right? It's afraid of everything. And we're not watching our minds, so we're not seeing this transfer of energy from the body to the mind. And we should. We have the capability, but again, it has to be learned. And then we go, wait a minute, I'm not going to go along with this. I don't even know where that's coming from. I'm not really afraid of that. And so what has happened is the mind has taken over our lives. The mind with the body has taken over our lives. So we as souls, what's the nature of the soul? You know the answer to this. You don't need to be a theologian. Love. Love and joy. It's so simple. That is the nature of the soul. That's who you are. So when we would be living in accordance to the body's dictates, you're not, we would be primal. We'd be living on the primal level where everything is based on survival. So a psychopath in action, they're living on the primal level. The next level up is what I call the mundane level, the day-to-day stuff, where the primal is involved, but through many, many incarnations, you have learned some discrimination, and your life is mostly rotating around serving the body, making sure you have a good job, a good place to live, and all of that. But there's also an infusion of morality. Can't do this, can't do that, and love. Not enough, though. Not enough, because we're not educated about this. So if you were educated and you were raised with this idea, this knowledge that you're a soul and you have a body and you have a mind and it's your obligation to master the mind, then you would feel love. You would experience love. And when you got married, you would be in this sacred space of marriage. That's what I call it, the sacred space of marriage. And you would learn how to cultivate that love. But what has happened to you, because you want to know, what do I do if I'm not in love with my husband anymore, is first understand that the reason you're not in love is because you don't feel the love, because the mind, with all of its worries and concerns, is in the way. And you're putting your attention on that. And we're supposed to live our married lives in the space of love. Now, I teach this. I have books. I've got these videos. I've got articles. But it all boils down to literally changing the context of your marriage into this venue of love and living your marriage there and taking care of the day-to-day stuff. But what you have allowed to occur is you have allowed the world to come into your marriage. And this becomes important, and that becomes important, and you put aside the love. You literally put it aside. Now remember, you have free will. You have free will. You have the consciousness of love. You know what it is. And you need to relearn how to bring that love back into your marriage. Don't give up. Don't think, I've fallen out of love with my husband, I have to get a divorce. How do I do that? Don't go there. I was a divorce mediator. I've seen people do that, and it's the wrong path. Divorce is the wrong way. There are some times when it's necessary, but this is not one of them. So hopefully you will join again. You'll like this video, you'll subscribe to the channel, and you'll become part of what is a realistic way of looking at your marriage and yourself and your husband and how to live. Thank you for joining me. I'm Paul Friedman. I founded the Marriage Foundation, and I appreciate your time. God bless you and take care.